Hey guys, this is my second video here in Seligman, Arizona. The first one, something just ran, I don't know, desert animal on the ground. Second video, I did a repair one. I'm going to talk about Seligman. I'm not going to say a lot about Seligman. I really do need to get on the road. There are a lot of videos about Seligman where you can see what they have to offer, and I know you're going to find the snow cap. I am standing not on the corner of Winslow, Arizona. I'm standing on the corner of the furthest, I would say the westmost part section of Seligman. So you got a couple of gas stations here and a couple of gas stations, a couple of souvenir shops. I did a couple of repairs, got some gas. I'm gonna head up through Peach Springs and work my way to Kingman after this. But I want to say a couple of things about Seligman. People may want to consider this, and it oftentimes is, the rebirth place of Route 66. The rebirth place. After the 40, which is actually Route 66 is behind me. One caveat or one note, this is not like Williams. Williams is only 30 miles, 40 miles east of here, where Williams is one-way roads on both sides of that town. This is a continual two-way street. But behind me, if you can see, you can only see it really when the traffic passes by. I think you can see it now. If you look out in the distance, there's Highway 40. And that's what I'm going to point out real quick. There's Highway 40, which bypassed Seligman. So a couple of significant things. Seligman, the rebirth of Route 66, originating out of Seligman, is greatly in part by, and I apologize if I mispronounced the name, but the Delgadillo brothers. Two brothers. One owned the Snow Cap, very popular. Unfortunately, he has now passed away. His brother's still alive, and he was the one that was the barber that was... the barber that had the vicinity was real close. I think his brother now, I don't know their first names. I think the brother now is in his mid to late 90s. So the Delgadillo brothers here in Seligman at one point had solicited, way before it became very as popular as it is now. They had talked to the community and they said, hey, you know something? This is a part of Americana, the American road trip. What brought life to the American road and the freeway and the highway systems. So they really did a lot. They really got the groups together and started putting Route 66 emblems up, trying to revitalize it, and they did an awesome job. And it still goes on today, and they still get a lot of notoriety today. I don't know, I would like to say when Seligman was instituted as a town. I don't know. I don't remember when Seligman was instituted. I don't remember exactly when it was bypassed, when the I-40. I don't know when all that happened, because I know Williams was the last town. But one thing I did want to note is if you see how it parallels Route 66, the 40, the strip of land, how Seligman is so closely orientated, was the forethought of the animated feature Cars by Disney Studios. So if you're familiar with it, as you see the truck that was hauling, and as you see the truck veer off the freeway and it just gradually goes on to Route 66, that's very much what it's like on the very much east side of town. I'm on the very most west side of town. So they looked at Seligman and said, that's how we want to portray it. That's how we want to portray the how close and how things were bypassed. But when you start watching the cartoon or the animated feature Cars, once you travel Route 66, you will notice that it looks a lot like the strip here in Seligman, but it is some of the iconic things like the Cozy Cone. Well, that would be the Wigwam Motel out of Holbrook. Some of the way that the terrain is featured would be a rendition of the Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo, Texas. So they kind of use the city feature, the city geography, topography maybe, to make the rendition of Radiator Springs and the animated feature Cars. But the iconic buildings, the cafes, the characters were found all along Route 66 from Chicago to LA throughout the route. They just try to consolidate it. Walt Disney also did that in his rides, such as the Jungle Cruise, where he would send out people out to Africa to get an idea, a sampling of what it would be like to go through an Amazon river or the I forgot the other river now. Nonetheless, you get the picture. It's not just one river. It was just an accumulation of different things you might have seen if you were on a quote-unquote jungle cruise. Same thing, he sent animators out, Imagineers out to travel all of Route 66. And in 2018, when I did the Route 66 trip, I heard these stories firsthand. I saw these locations firsthand. Everyone has a lot of pride about being a part of that animated feature, but just know this, if you come in Seligman, they're gonna say, oh yeah, this is Radiator Springs. Yeah, they use the topography, the geographical way it aligns with the 40, but all those places are other places that you can find on Route 66. Definitely come to Seligman. This is one of the major stops, and I would say the reason to come here is because without the Delgadillo brothers, very likely would not have gotten its legs back, maybe not for a while, maybe not as strong as it did. So it's kind of a respectful thing. If you travel further down, a lot of gift shops, go to the Snow Cap. But once again, I apologize if you expected me to see a video of somebody walking up and down the street showing you all the storefronts and everything. That's not this video. There are plenty on there. Hit Seligman, California. Hit Seligman, Arizona, and you'll find a lot of footage where people are going to do a great deal of detail. I just kind of want to give you a little bit of history, where to get off. I mean, every map is going to have it. It's not going to be hard to find. I'm going to leave here and go up towards Peach Spring, take Route 66 through Peach Springs, drop down to Kingman, and then Kingman through Oatman. It's going to be a long day for me. I may not make it back down to San Bernardino tonight, but I'll find a place to stay if not. All right, everybody, like, subscribe, get out there and ride, follow your passion, whatever it may be. You didn't do it yesterday, don't wait for tomorrow. Get on it, do it today. All right, bye.